dangerous game being played by Emery and Arsenal. I think this is, what, three losses back-to-back? And through all the meantime, they're doing horribly in the Premier League as far as the recent form goes. And I've always been saying that maybe Emery truly believes that they will win this Europa League. It is Emery that's won 3 Europa League titles back-to-back, to-back. And I think even Arsenal themselves, I think especially Emery feels, I know what, we're going to win this. But I believe of the 4 teams remaining, the best team are Valencia. 100% you have to look at the fact that they're the only team that are remaining, that's where the ones who dropped off from the Champions League, obviously coming third in their group. But beyond that, they were trash. They were garbage in the group. Marcelino break, horrible crap team. They have improved considerably since then. They have made a considerable improvement since the garbageness that we saw from them in the Champions League. So, from that point of view, and just how well they've done and how accomplished they've done, because for me, I always look at the game they had against Barcelona at the Camp Nou, a game in which they should have won. This is a team that have improved, and I think they've finally figured out exactly what they want from Barcelona and exactly settled down into a strategy of playing. So this is a difficult one for us now. Valencia are the favourites. And I just believe the fact that the second leg is at the Mestalla is huge, which is why this game is going to tell me whether Arsenal will go through or not. For me, this is the crucial one. If Valencia escape with a 2-1, or even like a 1-0, I think they'll be in too good of a position to go through at the Mestalla. For Arsenal to go through, they need to beat Valencia by at least 2 clear goals, at the very least. Literally, they should look for a 3-1 or a 4-1. So that'd be a nice buffer to go to the Mestalla, where you expect Valencia to obviously win that game. So I mean, people at one side can say you can't just turn it on. Okay, you can't just be a bunch of bricks 1 week and then the next week would be like tier 2, tier 1. But I have always said this, and this has always been proven, that people have a different psychology based on the tournaments that they're playing in. Real Madrid, look at how crap they were in La Liga, 3 Champions Leagues in a row. So I do feel for Arsenal, the occasion of the Europa League, the semi-final at the Emirates, the crowd, the atmosphere, that's going to play a part from them. And Arsenal and Emirates, they know what they have to do. They know that. Obviously, look, they can still get away goals at the next time, and that is very much possible because they have the players too, and they have the setup too, and the attacking too, and Emery does know Spanish sides very well. They know that they need a strong performance, and they need to take something sizable to the Mestalla. They can't go to the Mestalla with beating Valencia by only 1 goal. They cannot go to the Mestalla drawing the game. If they lose, initiates the forfeit rule. So, but the biggest news for Arsenal is the loss of Ramsey. He's out for the season. That is huge. That is a massive loss because he's been one of Arsenal's best players. Overall, defense, he's been overall one of Arsenal's best players. So, him having a loss definitely means that Zil has to come in. So I think for where Arsenal are concerned, it's just going to be a perfect attacking display. But more so than a perfect attacking display, they've got to stop away goals coming through. So this is a case of where they've got to play with their high line. They've got to win the ball up high up on the pitch. And Socrates, Mustafi and so forth, you have to have a near perfect game. Any mistakes being made, left to Parejo or Guedes, you'll be punished. You'll be punished because this is it. And for me, I think one of the most dangerous players on the pitch is going to be Rodrigo for Valencia. He's a quality player. Arsenal, they have to just get on the front foot. And this is a game that calls for Lacazette and Aubameyang. I mean, Emery, you can't second guess. Both of them have to play. Both have to play, and both have to combine. For Aubameyang, you've got to give him that nice through ball, give him space to now be one-on-one with the dude. Lacazette, give him the ball to feed, and the initiative for Lacazette is try and walk those tight spaces and try to find a little ball, an outlet, or a one to get yourself in. It's going to be a case of where they've got to try and put themselves in setups to keep shooting. You don't need to score the perfect goal. Just create space for yourself. 1, 2, 3 passes. Get that extra yard. Initiate that shot. For where Valencia are concerned, man, for them, it's a case of they know Arsenal have to attack them. They know how they have to attack, and this is where it just gets very dangerous for Arsenal because Valencia are a very organized team. They're very organized and they are very precise in the way they move their ball, and they're very well structured. They're not a team that will give you a lot of space. So I do think that when it now comes for them to break away through Guedes on the wing and Rodriguez as a striker, they could get very dangerous. And I think for Valencia, they're saying, look, man, let's let them come for us. They know that they have to score goals against us, so let them come for us. We know how Emery plays. He's a guy that likes energy and likes his team to move forward. Let them come. We will be ready. We'll be ready for them. So I think, for Valencia, Rodrigo is going to be key. His movement is going to be very key. That's not what makes him very good. Apart from his very good finishing, is he's very light on his feet. And if he can just find himself in good space, it's going to be huge. Guedes is a guy that I thought was completely and utter trash at the World Cup. I called him a break. I think he's like Class B break. But what I'm saying is that he has improved. So if he's improved, then that's good because he's going to be very important for Valencia. But yeah, man. And look, man. I suppose Iwobi just stuck out on the left. I'll say this again. Play Iwobi in the middle. His best traits is his passing. That is his best traits. He knows how to make those nice, difficult passes. That's his best traits. So why aren't you using him for his best traits? It doesn't make any sense. But again, it is like if Emery doesn't want to listen to me. But Iwobi is going to be important because I think, I assume he'll be played out on the left side. The way in which he gets the ball into either Aubameyang, into Ozil or so forth is going to be very important. But I think for us, I just think, you see, because the person you would say would replace Ramsey is Mkhitaryan, but Mkhitaryan is crap. They do this crap. We have not seen the Dortmund Mkhitaryan in this team. The last time Mkhitaryan was relevant, somewhat within the world, was when he was playing for Dortmund. For United and for Arsenal, he's been trash. He's been much more trash than effective. So because the person that would replace Ramsey would be Mkhitaryan, but the issue is that Mkhitaryan just is not very effective because what Arsenal wants is that guy breaking from midfield, the guy carrying the ball from midfield, the guy making the late runs. And Ramsey was just really good at making those smart, well-timed late runs into the box to offer a goal or even offer an assist. But for us now, it's like, for Emery, he needs to be very careful and get the right balance as to how they play. 100%, I think that he knows that we need to play big. We need to really get these guys out there, and we need to really get that early goal and just try and get as many goals as possible. But if you have a situation where it's like a 3-2, it's a 4-2 or something, that just makes things very complicated when you now get to the Mestalla. I think Arsenal have to accept they're not going to keep. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet. I don't think they will. And that's not because Valencia are a great attacking side, it's because Arsenal are so bad defensively. And I do feel that Valencia will at least once catch them on the break. At least once, when Arsenal are attacking and they don't have enough men on the back, they'll make one little mistake and I think Valencia will catch them on the break. So Arsenal just have to focus on. There's no point in focusing on a clean sheet. You don't have the defensive personnel to do that. The focus has to be get goals. And 100%, I do believe Arsenal can get goals because they have the players to, and they have the manager and who has a strategic mind to. Will they get those goals? I don't know. Because again, yes, I understand that it's a different competition and everything, and your mindset is different, but form does play a role. It does help if you're coming into a game on the back of wins. It does matter and it does affect you if you're coming into a game off the back of losses and draws. That does affect you. So we will know how much it affects them within the first 6, 7, 8 minutes. It's how they start the game. It's how they start the game, then more so how do they manage the game. Because what Arsenal don't want is for Valencia to score first. If they score first, Arsenal open up, then it could get ugly. You don't want that. So it's very important that Arsenal score that first goal, man. But look, man, Arsenal have a big opportunity here because I think they're really trying to go for it. And from what people have been saying, and if you're going to bet odds and everything, they're not really odds on to finish top 4. I don't know who's going to finish top 4 because I don't know, because anybody could. But they're not odds on to finish top 4. But look, they have a chance. I just think this is out of the 3 teams, Arsenal could have gotten, this was the toughest team that they could have gotten, because they have strength, they can beat Chelsea, and I think that they could have beaten Frankfurt over 2 legs. This is tough. Circle like at the start, this is tough. And remember, this ain't Napoli. For me, Valencia are a better team than not Napoli. So they can't just say, hey man, look at what we did at Naples, boom. Nah. This is a whole different ball of wax. And for Valencia know that, look, we have the advantage. The second leg is at home at the Mestalla. They would have studied Arsenal and said these guys are weak defensively, And Valencia will say, we are better. We feel that we're better than Wolves. We feel that we're better than Leicester City. We can get these guys. We can get them. So first leg, scoreline prediction. (3-1). I think Arsenal can get the G's. 3-1 Arsenal. Arsenal 3-1. Yeah. 3-1 Arsenal. Alright, peace. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot patron page. Peace. Head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.